Hi everyone. Today I'm here to walk you through the Avail platform as a landlord. So I'll be showing you everything that Avail has to offer and how to access these available features. In this video, we'll be covering what Avail is, who uses Avail, as well as some of the key features within the platform. Some of the main features Avail is used for are rent analysis reports, so you can set a competitive rent price, listings, so you can get your property rented fast, applications and screening, so you can receive applications and screen prospective renters to ensure you're choosing qualified tenants, leases, so you can close the deal securely online, rent collection, so you can get paid on time every month, maintenance, to keep track of maintenance requests, accounting, to keep track of all transactions and easily export them during tax season. Avail is mainly used by DIY long-term landlords and their tenants. Avail was chosen by over 950,000 landlords, and you can find amazing testimonials of Avail landlords across the website. On the review website g2.com, Avail has recently earned several badges across the property management, rental payment, and lease administration categories. Some of those include easiest to use, high performer, users most likely to recommend, users love us, easiest setup, fastest implementation, and more. Next, we're going to dive deeper into the key features of Avail that were previously discussed. To start with the rent analysis report, calculating the right rent price for your property requires you to consider multiple factors to balance profitability and affordability. Avail can help make that much easier with our rent analysis report. It's an easy-to-read 6-page report complete with local rental comps, market trends, rent price changes, and more. To access the rent analysis report when logged into the Avail account as a landlord, you'll click the 3 lines in the top left-hand corner to open the side menu, and you'll select the rent analysis report from the drop-down. Here, you'll enter in your property address, if there's a unit number, the amount of beds, the amount of baths, square footage, and the property type. The rent analysis report does come at an additional charge of $19.99. Once available, it'll be over here on the side for you to download in PDF format. After you decide on a competitive price for your rental, it's time to get it rented. Avail can help you find renters fast when you advertise your property by creating a listing that gets posted to 22 top rental websites for free. So your property gets in front of millions of qualified renters across the US. To create a listing for your property, once you've added the address, you'll navigate to the property on the side menu here, and you'll click into the listing page. Here you have the ability to build a listing. Once your listing is built, if you'd like to promote your listing, we do offer a promoted listing feature. It is a premium add-on that spotlights your listing across multiple partner sites to increase visibility. Your promoted listing gets displayed among the top results on those sites to increase your chances of getting great leads. After your listing has been published, you'll see the ability to click into how it works. It'll give you a breakdown of what the feature is, as well as the cost. Once your property is posted, you'll likely start getting leads from different websites, and all of those will come through your Avail dashboard. Each application will include the applicant's basic information, and Avail can also request reference checks automatically. Then you can select which applicants you'd like to screen and which TransUnion reports you'll request. We offer credit, criminal, and background checks, which are usually paid for by the applicant. Keep in mind that the types of reports available and the price for each depend on local laws. So to view the applications once they start coming through, you'll navigate to the applications page of the specific property address. And then at the bottom of the applications page is where you'll see the applications. So it'll have their name and then an application status. Generally, it'll read invited on with a date, incomplete if they've started the application but haven't finished, and then completed if they're finished and you're able to view the application. Here, you can click into edit to customize what's asked for as part of the application process. The basic information is standard, so you cannot toggle that off. However, you can adjust how many years of work and residence history you're asking for. If they provide an email address for a previous landlord, we will automatically send them a reference check. And then at the bottom, we have just our standard application questions. If you were to upgrade to our Unlimited Plus plan, you can add your own custom application questions here. A lot of landlords like to know how many occupants will be residing in the home, and that's not something that we ask as a standard question. And then here's where you can customize the screening reports that are available. Generally, it's $30 for one report, $50 for two reports, and then $55 for all three. But again, this can change based on the location of your property and the local laws there. Our system automatically invites leads to apply for the property once they fill out the contact box on the partner sites. However, if you have someone reaching out to you requesting an application, there are a few ways that you can share that with them. You can click this link and share the application link with them. Or if you know their contact information, you can request an application from them. You'll need their name and then an email or a phone number to invite them to apply for the property. After you've selected your next tenant, based on the information they provided, the reference checks, and the screening reports, it's time to close the deal with a lease. Avail offers free lawyer-reviewed and state-specific lease agreements, or you can upload a copy of your existing lease and request e-signatures on it. If you're on the Avail Unlimited Plus subscription, you're able to edit the clauses as you see fit and even add custom clauses. On our free service, the Unlimited plan, this template is as is. However, if you customize to the Unlimited Plus plan, that's when you can edit the clauses that are already there or even add your own clauses. Another feature of the Unlimited Plus plan is once you draft up a lease agreement that you really like and you get it finalized, it will be available for you to utilize for upcoming tenants or additional units. So then you can use this Unlimited Plus, build from the existing template. It'll basically clone the lease agreement that you've already set up, and then you can go through and make any customizations that you would need to before you send it to the new tenants. If you do have your own lease agreement that you would like to request e-signatures on, we do have a e-signature option powered by Dropbox Sign. You upload a copy of the lease documents. You do have to set where the signature boxes go, and then you'll invite the tenants to e-sign online. If you already have an executed lease agreement and you would just like to utilize this for payments, you can store a signed lease and then create a payment schedule to go with it. Now that you've signed the lease agreement, it's time to move into the rent collection. So Avail charges tenants ACH fees, but those are waived if the landlord is subscribed to the Unlimited Plus plan. Generally, the fee is $2.50 per payment. And then tenants also have the ability to pay with a debit or a credit card. So if they choose to use a debit or a credit card, there will be a 3.5% processing fee collected. However, we generally push to have them link their bank accounts to avoid those higher fees. We know that tenants are more likely to pay their rent on time when there's flexibility in the payment method, so we try to offer different options. And then no matter what payment method that they choose to utilize, they can opt into an auto pay feature to have their monthly rent automatically taken from their account. Keep in mind that Avail can also collect any other payments related to your rental, such as move-in fees, security deposits, late fee payments, pet fees, etc. Generally speaking, when you utilize the Avail lease agreement and you send it out for signatures, the system will prompt you to create payments to go with it. However, if you already have an executed lease agreement and you're just looking to collect online rental payments, you can navigate to the payments page and click the Create New Payment list. This will allow you to add in rent information, any fees and deposits. You'll confirm the charges. You'll go over any payment settings like automatic late fees or month-to-month rent. You'll enter tax information, and then you'll add the tenants so that we can send them an invite. They'll get an email or a text letting them know that they've been invited to pay rent online. They'll just need to establish an account as a tenant, click a Pay Rent Now button, and then add a payment method. Avail also offers maintenance tracking, a space where you can track repairs using in-app messaging, photos, and automatic maintenance records, which can be super helpful. Your tenants can submit their maintenance requests through Avail, and you'll be notified right away. Each unit will have its own individual maintenance tab, and then here you can go through and create maintenance tickets. So let's say that there is a stain on the carpet. Beyond repair. We can email the tenants about the ticket. We'll create the ticket, and then this is what it'll look like. You can add photos of the issue, and then you and the tenant can correspond back and forth to figure out if you can resolve the issue. And then if there are any additional costs that come with this, you can keep record here, or any additional notes that you'd like to leave. And this will not be seen by any tenants. This is just for your eyes only as a landlord. And then once the ticket is completed, you can change it from a pending status to a completed status. And then that'll kind of close that ticket out on the main maintenance page. So the last key feature that I'd like to touch base on is the accounting tab. So Avail keeps track of all of the transactions that happen in the platform, such as rent received, other payments, and maintenance costs. You can also add income or expenses manually to build a complete financial picture of your rental property. And then any charges processed in Avail, such as your Unlimited Plus plan subscription charges, will automatically be recorded here, as these expenses are often tax deductible. This tool is essential during tax season because everything can be exported into a spreadsheet to share with tax professionals. So how you access this feature is when you're logged in, again, you'll click the 3 lines in the top left-hand corner to open up that side menu, and then you'll click into the accounting tab here. Right away, you'll see that the subscription plan fees have carried over, the $9 a month per unit, and then the rent that was processed also carried over. Using this Add Transaction button, you can manually add the income or expenses here. If you notice that something was recently processed but it's not appearing here, you can resync, and it'll resync this transactions page and hopefully pull over that new data so that you can view it here. Let's say that you'd like to download a copy of this for your records. You would go ahead and you would click this option here, and then it'll email you a CSV file that you can utilize in like QuickBooks, or you can upload into Google Sheets, something along those lines, or just share with your tax professional. And then here, let's say you're searching for a specific transaction. You can filter the information that's shown here by start and end date, the type of expense or income it is, the amount, sync transactions or unsynced transactions. You can select a category for rent or other, and then you can also click a property address to kind of filter payments for here. So one of the last things that I wanted to call out is that Avail has the most amazing educational content at avail.co. There's so many tips and tricks that you can access at any point. To navigate to this page when logged in, what you'll do is, again, you'll click on the 3 lines in the top left-hand corner, and then you'll click into the education page. And you should be rerouted to a new web page. Here, you can search for a specific topic. You can click into the Avail News to stay update with all of the company's new products and offerings. You can access the informational guides that we have for landlords. There's also informational guides for tenants available. You can go over, some laws and regulations in your area if you have specific questions about what you can and cannot put into your lease agreement. We do have resources for that as well. If you ever need to evict a tenant, we also have landlord resources for that. And then there's just general articles about how-to, leaderships, when you should be increasing rent, just general updates as a landlord. Avail's basic plan, also known as the unlimited plan, is free for landlords. The premium subscription, which I've mentioned a few times already, is called the Unlimited Plus plan. The Unlimited Plus plan unlocks additional benefits across our main tools, including customizations for applications and leases, priority phone and email support for tenants and landlords, and it only costs $9 per month per unit. While the pricing in this video is accurate at the time of creating the video, these prices can change in the future depending on when you're watching. I just wanted to briefly touch on the main features of the free service is syndicating listings, background screening, state-specific leases, online rent collection, maintenance tracking, tenant portal, and property accounting. And then when you upgrade, you get access to all of these features, plus fast pay rent payments, waived ACH fees, customizable applications and leases, the ability to clone and reuse lease agreements, and then you can create a property website, and then you get quicker response times in email and phone calls when you or your tenants reach out to customer care for support. So in order to locate contact information, you can head to the Avail website, avail.co, and at the bottom of the page, there's a contact us section that you can click into. And here you'll find all of the contact information as well as frequently asked questions. And you can also utilize the help bot in the lower right-hand corner. Another point where Avail really shines is their customer service. Avail landlords are able to get quick answers to their questions through an AI-powered bot, available always online, email support, and live phone support. Yep, that is right. Avail has real people answering phones to help landlords and tenants during commercial hours. Now that we've gone over Avail as a platform, you're probably asking, is Avail even worth it? With all of the core features Avail offers, you'll have everything you need to start landlording like a pro in no time. From setting the right rent price to finding tenants and collecting rent, Avail is your all-in-one hub for landlord success. Since 2012, we've been helping DIY landlords and their tenants nationwide. I hope you found this walkthrough of Avail helpful and that you were able to understand how it would assist you on your landlording journey. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you at avail.co.